So Rocksteady and WB finally lifted part of the NDA of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which means I can finally give you guys my thoughts and opinion on when I played the closed alpha. Now I said part of the NDA because I can give you guys my thoughts and opinion on what I played, but can't show any gameplay, which doesn't even matter because I didn't record anything. Alright, if you guys enjoyed the video, like it up, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on this game. If you played the closed alpha, you're finally able to talk about it, even though everybody was talking about it, even though they signed an NDA. Alright, so back in November, Rocksteady held a closed alpha for Kill the Justice League for a few days, and we were able to play about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours worth of story missions. And what we were able to play was the intro, the beginning of the game, or at least some version of it. It might not be in the final product, might be some different version of it. Oh yeah, so spoilers if you don't want to hear anything regarding the story. I'm gonna talk about the story a little bit, but I'm not gonna go too much into detail. I'm just gonna mention some stuff here and there. Probably just some stuff from the beginning portion of what I played, so yeah, not too much. So it starts off how you would probably expect with the 4 characters in Arkham Asylum. With Waller, she just lets them loose pretty much and sends them on a mission to go take out the Justice League. So you revive Metropolis, you head to the Hall of Justice to gear up, and before you do that, you can check out the museum. It's got a whole bunch of statues of the League. It's pretty cool. After that, you go gear up, you steal some equipment from the League. You know, that's how Harley gets her Batman grapple and drone, and everybody gets their traversal mechanics. Following that, you can finally head out into the open world. You head to a new mission, and you actually run into the Green Lantern and the Flash, who isn't turned by Brainiac yet. They duke it out, but we don't see that because they're probably 1,000 miles away, and we just kind of head to another mission. Now fast forwarding a little bit, and this is where things really start to heat up. You have a boss fight with the Flash, you capture him, take him into a building, and you run into Batman, who's already turned by Brainiac. Now when I saw that man drop to the ground with his purple eyes, bro, I felt the fear of 1,000 Arkham thugs. I was shivering in my timbers. Now what happens after that, I'm gonna let you guys experience that for yourself, because you need to. Just know everything in that moment was just like straight out of an Arkham game, but if you weren't Batman. So I'm gonna stop right there for the story, and yeah, if you can't tell, I really liked it. It was good. I definitely saw more than I thought I would. Like, I thought they would just throw us into the game like 5 hours in or something, but nope, they just put us straight into the intro. And that 2.5, 3 hours that I played had a lot of good stuff, a lot of good story stuff. So if that's what you're looking forward to for this game, then you should be excited. Now in terms of the gameplay, from everything you've seen online and all the stuff people have posted who were able to play the game early, I think the main thing is it's way more fun when you're doing it yourself. Now you're probably like, of course, yeah, it's more fun to play than watch people play, but what I mean by that is it looks better than what you see on the videos. Like, everything plays really well and really smooth. The traversal, the gunplay, the combat, all that, it plays really good. Regardless if you like this type of gameplay or not, you have to admit that it's all really smooth. And with all the reviews and people able to post gameplay of the game, a lot of people have been saying that there's just too much going on screen, like too many numbers, too many words. And while I do agree there's just a lot of numbers and stuff going on, a lot of colors, that's just this type of game. You have to accept it. Like I've said that before, the live service type of game just has this type of thing. And you can go into the settings and turn some things off, like the pop-up numbers and all that, so it should be a little bit better if you don't like that. But me personally, I don't really mind it that much. I know it can be annoying, but it's not that big of a deal to me. Now switching over to the characters, me personally, I played mostly as Harley Quinn. Like, I usually do that. I always pick and stick to one character and kind of just level them up and play them throughout the whole game. Like for Gotham Knights, I chose Batgirl in the beginning and just stuck with her the whole time. And that just has to do with the type of play you are. If you're a more run and gun type of player, then Harley and Captain Boomerang are the way to go. Deadshot's kind of in the middle. You know, he has his jetpack, so he's able to just kind of float in the air and snipe and pick people off a little bit, but he's also able to stay on the ground and just straight up shoot people like everybody else. Then King Shark, of course, he's the brute. He's kind of able to just sit in one spot with his minigun and light everybody up. Not running gun, but more of a tank. So of course with that means he's a little bit slower. His traversal isn't that fast. He just jumps really high. Now I'm pretty sure you can upgrade all your traversal to be way faster than it already is. That was one of my complaints. I felt like when I was swinging around as Harley, I felt like I could go a little bit faster, like, because there's a cooldown time. With her, since she has Batman's grapple, she can grapple to any point at any given time. That doesn't have a cooldown time. It's just like in the Arkham games with Batman. But when she needs to swing off of her drone, that has a cooldown time. And if you're not that high up in the sky, you won't be able to really keep your momentum going. At least for me, it kind of slowed the gameplay down, so if you can increase the speed of your traversal abilities, then that would be a really good thing. Now I do want to go back to the gameplay combat aspect of the game. I know a lot of people are worried that the combat will just get old and stale quickly, and I do think that it can and will get old and stale quickly, especially if all the missions are relatively the same. Like for example, when I played, a lot of the missions were go to this point, capture it and defend it from all these enemies. And while there were different variations of that type of mission, the gameplay can and will probably get old if things don't switch up a little bit. So I'm hoping that as you play the game more, as you progress through the story, the missions kind of switch up more from just being, you know, capture a point and defend it from enemies, or go get this thing and put it here. But then again, I do want to mention this is a live service game, so it comes with the territory, you know, so you can't really complain too much. That's why for me, I just get over it. If you bought a live service game, you're gonna get a live service game. That's just how it's gonna be. The devs have been pretty open about everything, so if you buy the game and you don't like it and you complain, then that's on you, because I feel like now you should already know what you're getting into. So overall, what I think of the game is that the story is going to be great. The story so far from what I played was great. The combat is probably what you expect from a live service game, or from what you've seen in the gameplay. Relatively the same. Like I said before, it feels better to play it yourself than just to see it on a YouTube video. Will the gameplay and combat get old quickly and stale? It might if all the mission types are all the same, but that's to be seen. The traversal, the gunplay, when you learn to chain it all together, it feels really smooth and really thought out. The characters, the voice acting, the dynamic between the 4 main playable characters is all great. The character designs too are great in my opinion. A lot of people hated the Flash design in the beginning. I think a lot of people are warming up to it. But yeah, even the Superman design, a lot of people don't like it, but to me it looks fine. Wonder Woman, Batman, Green Lantern, they all look great. I've seen people saying Wonder Woman is too built, too muscular. Like, bro, she's an Amazonian warrior, pretty much born and raised to fight, bred to fight. If you look in the comics and everything, that's how she looks, even in animation and stuff. Overall, I think this game will be better than what people were expecting. Now people are starting to actually warm up to it after playing the closed alpha and seeing some of the better reviews. I think the game will be good. Maybe not great, you know, like crazy good or anything, but I think it's going to be a good game. But of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you going to get this game? Are you going to wait for it to come out and see people's thoughts and everything? Or have you already made your mind up about the game and you're okay with this type of game and you're excited to play it? Let me know in the comments. And of course, like the video if you like, subscribe. See you in the next one.
We have to die to save the world.